Oh, what a year 2020 was. Actually, it's not just 2020. Nowadays, it feels like every single day is a constant rush. The pressure from work, worries at home, all of it combined, there's just no time to catch a breath. Sometimes I wonder if we've forgotten how to live in peace. I don't know if it's the same for you, but I've struggled a lot with this stress and anxiety. I've tried so many things, read books, watched videos, and finally, I found a few things on my own that actually work. So today, I thought I'd share those with you. And if you think I'm just going to tell you to meditate or give you some profound advice, you're wrong. I'm just going to share what I've learned from my own experience. The other day, I was reading an old story to my daughter, Little House on the Prairie. It's a story about a farming family from the 1800s, when their entire survival depended on the crops they grew. At one point in the story, their corn seedlings had just sprouted, and suddenly the weather turned so cold it was about to snow. That meant all the crops would be destroyed. Their entire year's hard work, their food, everything would be gone. Imagine their fear, their pressure, but they didn't break down. That night, the entire family from children to adults poured water on every single seedling to keep them from freezing. Their bodies were collapsing from exhaustion, but that grit and stress inside them made them get the job done. By dawn, they saw that their crops had survived. You know, that story really stuck with me, because it teaches that stress is actually an inner strength. The problem is, in our city lives, we don't have an outlet to use that energy. Our stresses, our mental deadlines, bills, relationships, we can't just run out into a field, can we? So that energy gets bottled up inside and just wears us down. So, what's the solution? I'll just tell you what I do. First thing, get my body moving a bit. Whenever I feel that pressure in my head, I know my body has pent-up energy. I get up and walk a little, go up and down a few stairs, or just do some stretching in my room. No need for a gym, just 5 minutes. That's all it takes for the body to get a signal that says the danger has passed. Now, calm down, changing up the morning routine. Speaking of mornings, I used to make this mistake myself. Waking up and grabbing my phone, along with a strong cup of coffee. The thing about coffee is interesting. It wakes us up, for sure. But it also increases our inner anxiety. I gave up coffee for a few days, and believe me, my anxiety reduced a lot. And news or social media in the morning, that's like ruining your own mood with your own hands. Now, I wake up, sit quietly, listen to music, or go to my balcony and look at my plants. The day starts differently. Celebrating the small wins, our brain feels a sense of satisfaction when a task is completed. But in our digital lives, we don't get that feeling even after sending an email or finishing a task. This might be a crazy thing I do, but I love my checklists. When I finish a task, I cross it off the list. I pat myself on the back and say, "Job done." This little act gives my mind so much peace. Stop running from anxiety. This was the hardest one for me. Whenever I felt worried, I'd get even busier, work faster. I thought running away would fix everything. But the exact opposite would happen. The fear would just grow. What I do now is I stop. I pause for a moment, take a long breath, and tell myself, okay, whatever happens, happens. And you'll see just that pause reduces half the pressure. A breathing trick that works like magic. And when everything feels unbearable, there's one thing I do. It works like magic. You can try it too. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Then slowly exhale through your mouth for 8 seconds. Do this 2 or 3 times, and you'll see how the storm inside you calms down. And yes, learning to say no. Trying to please everyone, going to every event, doing every single task we destroy our own peace. Sometimes saying no is very important. Making time for yourself isn't selfish, it's a necessity. Final thoughts. Anyway, I've said a lot. None of this is rocket science. They're just very simple things, but they've made a huge difference in my life. Stress or pressure will always be there. It's a part of life. But how we manage it, that remote control should be in our hands, shouldn't it? If you have your own ways of dealing with this, feel free to share in the comments. I'd love to know. Stay well. Take care of yourself.